You know what I mean? We in my neighborhood right now, in my bar right now,
Yeah, that's dope, man.
doing this. You know what I'm saying?
Congratulations, man. It's
I
a real.
appreciate it. So it's just like this used to be a laundromat. You know what I'm saying? When I was a kid, I grew up right across the street. Where I lost my best friend, one of my best friends. You know what I mean? Fernando, right across the street over there in them apartments across there. But yeah, as a youngster, you dig. So life full circle. No matter where I've been, what I've been through, whatever I've achieved, I'm blessed for and I'm thankful for. But I also realize it's full circle. It all goes around the world. I done been through three different passports and land right back in here where I come from. You understand what I'm saying? And able to be able to do that is a blessing because a lot of artists, they're not able to actually function where they from or actually really be involved in the community from where they from and stuff like that. But I'm a little different. It's Casville with me. These people, I done become over accessible at times. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm less accessible. I think I'm giving everybody a break. You dig? Word.
That's real, man. Because like,
Thanks.
growing up, me at least, I was listening to you, so it does come full circle. Now I'm
Yeah.
in front of you talking to you about your
Yeah.
life or journey. Because I grew up obviously listening to you, 50 Banks, everybody in G Unit,
Word.
Shady Aftermath, all that, and those albums changed my life forever and got me
Thanks.
inspired to do what I do. So I appreciate you for everything that you've done throughout your career
Appreciate
because
it.
it's inspired me to do what I do. So it definitely comes full circle. I want to talk about your like how you're talking about your upbringing
Yeah.
in Nashville.
Yeah.
How
You
was
can
it?
hand me that water right there
Yeah.
in that cup. I
I was actually
appreciate
gonna
you.
stop I was about to say, let me stop it.
We ain't stopping shit.
Yeah,
We gotta make
you
sure they know
got-
this shit is real.
That's
You
real,
came down here,
exactly. Yeah.
Welcome to Cashville, broski.
Yeah.
You
Appreciate
dig?
it. Yeah. So I was always reading up on your story, and like you said, you've been through a lot. So, talk about your upbringing in Nashville.
I mean, I come from the low income homes, moms, doing the best that she can. Didn't know who my father was growing up and shit like that. You dig? So I became a product of my environment. So I really was out here in these streets doing what I had to do to kind of survive. I come from no lights, no water. You gotta go steal the people water next door. You dig? Candles. You got candles in every room. So if the lights go out, we know the routine. It's so cold, we got the stove open. You dig? See, I come from that upbringing where it wasn't, we had to peanut butter off a spoon. You understand? But my mom's was a working woman who was doing the best she could. She just had, me and my sister and custody of her sister kids, which is basically my brothers and sisters. So my house was a full house growing up, you know what I'm saying? I grew up on the north side of Nashville as far as coming up and basically lived on every side of town, damn near every project in our city. Basically, not them all, but pretty much, yeah. And every ghetto, I've lived on every side of town in this city, but my upbringing years was from the north side and the south side for sure. But I've lived on the east, you dig, Rock City growing up. I lived out west when it was College Hills. I lived out here, where we at right now on the north side on Buchanan Street is what we at, you dig? But, you know, in the south side, I'm all over there, JC. I've I've lived there, East Side, South Eight, and all these different neighborhoods out here, which are the ghettos of Cashville. And that's actually how I came up with Cashville, bro.
Yeah.
Was
How'd you come up with the name?
basically because I realized that shit, you talk to some people, they gonna say Buck from out north. You talk to somebody, they gonna say, nah, he from out east. Or then nah, he from out south. You know what I mean? Then I realized shit, I'm from out this whole goddamn circle of the city, so I had to figure out a name at the time because, growing up and rapping, and once I got off into that, uh, basically it was about trying to get on, in those times back then, it was just about, trying to make a name for yourself with music. because you know, motherfucker knew who David was, the servant at the car wash or rocking with Priest, rest in peace. But they didn't know me as a rapper, so I'm trying to establish myself as a rapper. And you know, I would do the same thing that a lot of the youngsters doing now. You know, go and try to show my talent here and there when they had different little things going on. And first time I tell somebody I'm from Nashville, I'm in a room full of dudes, one from LA, one from New York, one from Chicago, one from Atlanta. I tell them I'm from Nashville, I get put to the back. You dig? I got tired of getting put to the back, and I knowing I'm colder than every one of y'all. You dig? But I get the last when everybody out of breath and tired. You dig, to go do my thing, cause I'm from Nashville.
That's
You
crazy.
dig?
Yeah. The
So
South never really got respect like until.
but that's how we used to be. Now, shit, you say I'm from Nashville, and they want to put you on the front of the goddamn list. You did. We the number one growing city, man, in the world. You know, it's live around here for real. You know,
Yeah, when we pulled up the buildings, they're building completely new
everywhere you
buildings.
look, everywhere is gentrification. This old neighborhood that I'm from, you know, right here where we at is being gentrified as we speak.
So how do you feel about that? Because you grew up in these neighborhoods. Like you said, this used to be a laundromat. Now it's yours.
I mean,
Because it's history where you grew up. So like you remember a lot of things, but it's also changing as time.
good and a bad feeling. You know, I feel good for the uplift of the community. I'm all for, uh, you know, making things not only look better but become better and be better type of thing. I'm against just taking these people homes. You understand? Because you know, for whatever reason, and not providing the financial needs that they need to be able to not only move to another home, but to be able to live. You know, if you're gonna take the property from them, at least you know offer programs that people can actually do to try to even keep their homes and stuff like that. And that's just for gentrification worldwide. That's how I would see things. Around here, I've heard different stories. So I got kind of a different opinion of it. I'm all for the gentrification because, you know, don't nobody want to grow up living in dirt and we done that once around here already. So now let us see what it feel like to live, you know, in these quote unquote neighborhoods that used to be considered, you know, ghetto neighborhoods that's now been converted into these $1 million homes. Give us a chance to be able to move in one.
Exactly.
Y'all don't just build over here and come take us in. No, we want to live in there too. Y'all done made our neighborhood look like this, you know, but show us how we can get in here. Don't just send us and make another ghetto somewhere else and throw us there. Because it's a repeating cycle, you know, help change the mind frame. You'd be surprised what opportunity, given an opportunity could do for a person. You know, that's
And shout out to you for that.
yeah.
That guy that was what's the guy? I think he was homeless or something that you were like
Mm-hmm.
helping out.
Butch, I'm
Butch,
still
yeah.
working. If you was here a little bit later on, he'll be out here. I'm doing a big bike club. Shout out to the lowriders. They do their 48th annual bike annual right here at my spot tonight. So this whole shit is gonna be crazy with the bikes. You know, they one of the, you know, first, if not one of the oldest, you know what I'm saying, bike clubs out here in Cassville. So yeah, they showed me love and wanting to do their annual here both nights, tonight and tomorrow. So, you know, it's gonna be it should be give us something to do in the community. Something positive, you know, a bunch of bikers getting together from all over the world come out here and ride and congregate, different bike clubs with no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That's Cassville. That's what this is. Like I was saying, them four sides and living on the all east side, I came up with Cassville. Because I had to let them know, hold on, y'all, when I say Danville, y'all think what y'all think is a bunch of cowboys and we got that too, but at the same time, you know, this the streets for real. You feel me? You know, we might be a little heavier than y'all. You know what I mean? But it's respect. It ain't no disrespect involved in it, and it ain't about who's the heaviest. But we always been that my city, so I had to come up with something. You know what I'm saying? In Cassville, was what I came up with. And
if you want to see this full interview without having to wait, you can join our YouTube memberships program for just $8 a month. You get the full interview, behind the scenes footage, and no ads. If you want more, you can join our Patreon at patreon.com/diverse mentality. And for $10 a month, you can not only get these full interviews immediately, but also get uncut and ad-free documentaries as well. The link is in the description for both.